Hi there! Welcome to my desk, which I call the desk corner. This channel is alexiscassandraart. I haven't posted to this channel since 2023, well, the end of 2023, and it is currently July of 2025. So I don't expect many people to see this video, or for YouTube to, sorry, I'm trying to adjust this a little bit, for YouTube to like show this video to anybody, considering the algorithm, which is reasonable. And I don't want to make this entire video about why I haven't been on YouTube, because, if anybody from a few years back is watching this, you might have seen my other video I made back in 2023 explaining a little bit about what direction my life has gone in, etc., etc. Got kind of busy. Currently in the process of a degree, which I could have finished in June, but I felt like I needed a couple more classes to feel fulfilled, and so I'm going to be finishing either in December or March, which is okay with me. And yeah, so I have been a little bit busy. I stepped away from the channel. And not just that, but I had to step away from art as well, because I haven't had as much free time in order to create art. And yeah, so basically, if you are new here, which you might be, I'm not sure if YouTube is going to show this video to any new people or even my old subscribers, and I don't know if people are even going to remember, except people I interacted with a lot. But if you're here, welcome. I am an artist. I have been creating art videos on YouTube since 2018, so I do have a lot of previous videos. My channel, in my absence, has reached 12,000 subscribers. I'm on the way to 14,000 subscribers somehow, which is awesome. I reached a big milestone on my channel recently, and I surpassed 12,000 subscribers, which is something I wouldn't have even thought of reaching when I first made my art channel. So basically, the YouTube algorithm is kind of funny, where I've noticed some people's channels, it seems like each new video they post gets a lot of interaction right away and a little growth over time, and then maybe the growth halts. And then other people's channels, maybe the video doesn't get much interaction, and then over time there's a little bit of growth. And then other people's channels, it seems like certain videos get a ton of interaction and others just get like none. Really weird. I am still not sure how the YouTube algorithm works, but I find it to be very disheartening for creators. I find it to be a struggle when I was making videos on a regular, like, weekly basis. In 2023, I was really burnt out from making art and making YouTube videos. I won't lie. It's apparent a little bit with the content that I had made in 2023, which wasn't necessarily bad, but I've had enough time away from YouTube, away from art. It's like I wasn't just not making any art throughout this whole time, but very, very, very minimal, art that I was making throughout this time. And now I've had enough of a break to where I realize I think that I had made art too much into a job that I wasn't enjoying as much, and putting pressure on myself to finish artwork in a certain time frame, whatever, that's just how a job works. And maybe I just need to take a different approach here. I want to keep my YouTube channel forever, even if it means that it's not going to get the most interaction, because I can't always post if I'm going to be going through these like different things that I'm doing within a career or school. So I still want to keep my YouTube channel, and I realized that maybe the only way I can really keep it going is if I just allow myself to use it creatively, in the sense that when I feel like I have something to actually make and I want to make it, I will, but I can't foresee myself going back to a weekly schedule anytime in the near future, unless I'm, just able to have that time to do that. And maybe that's just the reality for me with this point in my life and this, what I'm doing in my YouTube channel. It's okay. I'm okay with my YouTube channel being more of like a outlet or a diary or whatever, and I've never made a ton of money off my YouTube channel either, just because I didn't get the interaction for that really. So because I didn't make a ton of money off the YouTube channel, it wasn't going to work out as like a full-time job really, or even like a part-time job, because it was just way minimal the amount I was making. Sorry, I'm going to take a quick coffee break here. We've been staring at this Strathmore 500 Bristol pad for the entire time, and the reason I had this out is because I just spent a good 15 minutes or so searching for an unfinished piece of artwork. I was searching my portfolios, I was searching the desk, I was trying to figure out, like, throughout my sketchbooks or throughout my paper pads where this piece could be. I started creating an art piece 2 years ago, okay? 2 years ago. And I'm going to open this up so we can take a look at it. But first I just want to show you guys, this is, again, the Strathmore Bristol 500 vellum surface. This was an expensive paper pad from what I remember that I purchased quite a few years ago. I will show you guys my unfinished piece of artwork, which I finally found. So it's a tiger, obviously, spoiler alert. Actually, I can't tell if, okay. I don't know if I've used this paper pad more than like once. Well, I mean, once as a finished artwork, and this is the second time I'm using it, because it was very expensive paper, to be honest. So I haven't really been using it, and it's a bigger pad compared to some of the other artwork that I'm used to doing. I would avoid doing bigger artwork a lot when I was creating weekly YouTube videos, because it would just take me longer to finish it, which didn't really cater to the channel, which is kind of sad, but it's true, and maybe some of you guys who post understand what I mean. Sorry, I'm just moving some stuff. So this tiger piece I started presumably in the summer of 2023, and it is now the summer of 2025. From what I could tell, I was using polychromos, because this isn't coming off really, and if it was something else, it would probably be coming off on my finger. So I can't even remember. I was searching through my laptop, through my camera. I mean, my camera had already deleted footage, but I thought maybe there's something, but no. My laptop, I wasn't able to find it. I was searching for the footage of me starting this piece, which I know I filmed, but unfortunately, it being 2 years ago, and me using my camera a lot on like trips and things like that, and maybe forgetting that I hadn't loaded everything onto my laptop, unfortunately that footage seems to have been lost. But fortunately, I finished only half the piece, and I still have a little bit to go. So one of the things I want to do this summer, as I'm coming back to my channel a bit, as when I have time, is finish this piece of artwork that I started 2 years ago. And I think that would be fun. I also have realized that taking such a long break from, creating regular art, or art, challenging myself with art, means that my skill level right now is probably a little bit lower, and not necessarily, like, this isn't necessarily going to be a video I make where it's like, how much have I improved in 2 years? It's more so like, I'm getting back to art after 2 years, and so it might take me a little bit longer to finish this piece, and I don't think it's the first thing that I'm going to do, but yeah, that was one of the things that I want to do, is finish this piece from 2 years ago, which I actually really like. It's turned out really well so far, and I'm going to be using my Faber-Castell Polychromos to do that. And I have my swatch chart. I have my swatch chart right here, actually, somewhere. There it is. Wow. Part of me, like, I have made so many videos doing swatch charts, and this one is pretty good. This Caran d'Ache, like, Pablo set swatch chart, and same with this one. These are the Faber-Castell watercolor pencils. Honestly, like, these are not bad, and I kind of want to redo some of my other swatch charts to kind of match this, and have these like squares and just like make more sense, be more organized, because I still have some swatch charts, like these two for example, that are you know, they're not bad or anything, but they're not as organized as they could be. Now, I do want to keep these because these are cool, but I think that having them all organized would appeal to me. And plus, I have so much extra paper, too. That's the thing. As I was searching for my unfinished tiger piece, I realized that I just have way too much extra paper, and I should use it. And some of it's paper I don't even use that much, so I was even thinking of, like, maybe doing some giveaways or whatever if I get back to doing my channel more. I don't know. See, there's another example of, like, these are organized, this is good, but then I have, like, you know, this, for example. Like, what is that? Can somebody tell me, like, what kind of swatch chart, like, who, it was me, spoiler alert, it was me who created it, but why, you know? So, going through my swatch charts, it is something that I could see myself wanting to do, is, like, updating some of them, and maybe going through some of my supplies. I thought maybe another video idea I could do was, like, hold on, sorry, getting organized. Which one was I? Okay, this one. Faber-Castell. One of my ideas was kind of going through some of my art supplies, because honestly, I've been overwhelmed kind of looking back on some of my art supplies, realizing how many I have. Yeah, so a couple ideas there, right? Finishing unfinished artwork, maybe redoing some swatch charts, revisiting some supplies that I haven't used in a while, or kind of organizing through them. These are all things that maybe I can do this summer. And then another thing I wanted to do is maybe like some sketchbook work, some toned paper or black paper work, which I realize I have maybe too many of these paper pads. So this one is black paper. I've actually used like a good amount of it. It was a 24 sheet pad originally, and now there's not as many in there. Then I also have another, sorry about the glare. I have another black paper pad, but this is for watercolor too. I've got gray, blue, and tan. This is Tone Tan Sketchbook, and actually I created a video maybe like 3 years ago, or was it 4? I mean, I think it was 3, I don't know, but a few years ago I created a really fun fall video. Fall is my favorite season. Halloween is my favorite holiday, as some of you guys might know. I created 5 pieces. Wait, is there yeah, actually 6. Okay. I created 6 pieces for this challenge. I thought it was really fun, just kind of a way to like practice different skills, and just do things a little more quickly, work on sketching. From Joanne, I also picked up this random Faber-Castell metallic oil pastel set. They are the Creative Studio line, so I believe this might be the student line. I'm not entirely sure, but I did mention the black paper that I have before, and so I thought this might be something fun to use. It's a really small set. It's just 12 oil pastels, but they're metallic, and so this looks like something interesting to experiment with. I also have another exciting supply to talk to you guys about. Sorry, it's a little bit dusty. Yeah, this happened, and I will talk to you guys about this in another video over the summer, because this is something very exciting. And yes, this is exactly what you think it is, if you have an inkling. So we will be talking about that eventually. I worked at a paper source for a brief period of time, like maybe 6 or 7 months, until they unfortunately closed, which was such a bummer. It wasn't that the entire company closed, it was just that that location that I was working at closed, and I really loved working at that shop. It was so much fun. There was just so many like cute crafty things and gifts and paper, whatever. It wasn't as much an art store as it was like a gift store and like a wrapping store or whatnot, but like, you know, cards and wrapping paper and letters and whatever. But when it closed and we were closing the store, I was able to pick up a few things, just a few like papers, because, you know, I need more apparently. And I got this shimmer paper, which is actually quite expensive. I didn't buy any of this stuff. It was just like extra stock that wasn't going to be used anyway, so we're able to take a portion of it. Sorry about that. My camera died, so I had to replace the battery, but I'll show you guys what I have. Also, I really need to invest in a new like desk chair that isn't so squeaky because it's so annoying. And I usually have to edit that out. So I just have a ton of like envelopes and cards. Are any of these cards yet? No, these are still all the envelopes. These two are cards. So as you can see, these are just like pre-folded, and they're a nice paper too. Different types of cards I think that I grabbed. So lots of envelopes, so I'll never run out of nicer envelopes again. And then just more envelopes. I need to organize these maybe. And folded cards. Thought, well, that's fun. I can create holiday cards again when I have the time one day. And these are just like regular envelopes, but I also have the longer ones, and then these are just more of the longer ones, longer envelopes. So for these longer ones, I wasn't sure what I was thinking of using them for, but you can always cut paper down. So yeah, I didn't pick up as many of just the pre-folded cards because I can make those myself, but having some of the envelopes is really nice. And now I have to figure out how to get them back into the bag that I stored them in. And then I was able to pick up some really pretty journals. I love a good journal. These are journals and not sketchbooks, but again, really fun to have and hopefully find a good use for them. I still need to get through my current journal, I believe. Thank you guys for sitting down and talking with me today. I know I didn't actually get any art done, but honestly, I don't know if I would have been able to just because I have limited time before I need to go to work today, but also because today was my day of gathering things and going back through my laptop looking to see what files I still had, searching for my unfinished artwork that I couldn't find, getting my camera set up on my tripod again and trying to set up my equipment again, which I haven't done in a really long time. Sorry, phone call. Spam. Why so much spam all the time? Anyways, so trying to gather my thoughts again, figure out, like, find my footing again. Given the unpredictability of the situations, I can't really make promises about my channel, but like I said before, I want to treat it more as a diary. And I feel like I've found my footing a bit with school and how to balance things. I feel a lot better. I know for a fact that in school, there's no way I can make weekly videos. But I know that because I have a better sense of how to balance things, I would probably maybe be able to make 1 or possibly 2 videos during fall quarter, but that's iffy. It might just be 1. And that would make me really happy because I've missed Halloween and fall season on my channel for like 2 years in a row. That's my favorite season. If I could get 1 or 2 videos out during fall quarter, that would make me really happy, but it would require some prep before I actually start the quarter so that I have some of the outlining done and some of the ideas ready, and I just have to go in and actually film and I won't feel as overwhelmed. And that was one of my ideas. And then during my winter break, if I have things set up correctly, I was thinking of making my annual Grinch video, for example. That would be something fun. No way I have time to make holiday cards this season because I'll still be busy, but maybe making my Grinch video, which I've done in the past and really had a lot of fun doing. And I think if I can do those couple things, I will be happy. Like, if I can make some videos over the summer and just sort of like connect again and connect with my artwork, connect on YouTube, even if nobody's watching, it's fine, then I would be happy. And since I'm getting very close to the end of what I'm doing with my degree here, I have more school ahead of me in the future, which is not, ideal, but it's okay. We'll get there when we get there. I'm getting to the end of this degree at least, and I can actually foresee the future a little bit, like, hey, I won't be doing this forever. Anyway, I'm just going off on a tangent now, but I think that if I really actually hone in this summer and get my ideas out there, plan a little bit, prep a little bit, I will probably be able to make a couple videos from September to the end of the year. Might just be 2. If we're lucky, maybe it'll be 3, if I'm lucky, but After that, I don't know, because I'm not sure if I'm going to finish in December or March. I guess we'll find out. But, you know, if I do finish in December, obviously it wouldn't be an issue. And if I finished in March, it might be a little bit more of an issue. At this point, I'm thinking of finishing in December, even though the classes that I wanted, a few of them are not available until January through March. So I think it would be more beneficial for me to stay through March, but my mental capacity is just not wanting to do that. But I think I just need to take this summer break and see, you know, like, hey, how do I feel after summer break? Do I feel rejuvenated? And then we go from there. Yeah, and this video has been all over the place, but for those of you that saw the video, the algorithm showed it to you, or you just discovered this channel, or you used to watch this channel and you were like, hey, I haven't seen this person post in a while, maybe you forgot, like, who even is this, whatever. Thank you for being here regardless. I'm looking forward to actually working on the channel a little bit. It's a nice little project for me to do and just like something different. So maybe I'll do a life update video that makes more sense sometime in the future, since this one was just like jumbled and I'm not even in the video, it's just my hands, which is fine because sometimes I just want my hands to be in the video. Maybe some of you other art creators on YouTube can relate. I will see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. If you remember my channel and you do have any other ideas, comment down below. Might get to them during the summer, might not, but hey, I am looking forward to rebuilding a little bit. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a good rest of your week. Bye-bye.